Here's a professionally made but unnecessary intro. So let's talk about figs. Let's talk about figs.
September 26, 2025, Figologist here. And, I like to collect lots of fig trees, as you can see. Some are rarer than others. Many of you will not have ever heard of this particular fig. It's very productive. It rhymes with Chicago Schmarty. That's right, it's Chicago Hardy. And just before I pick this fig, I want to show you again an example. I topped this fig tree about five weeks ago, and you can see very nice growth. I mean, that's crazy. And then another one right here. And then the beginnings of another one right there. So this is that forced branching pattern to get that bowl shape. And again, this is taller than I wanted it to be, but that's okay. I can bring that down later if I need to. But for today, we're going to take this delicious looking Chicago Hardy and take a taste. All right, well, here we have Chicago Hardy. Some people say Hardy Chicago. Those people are wrong because it sounds weird. And this is synonymous with the Mount Etna type. So, some people will say Chicago Hardy type figs. Other people will say Mount Etna figs. Same thing. These are typically not particularly robust Breba-forming figs that are typically cold hardy and produce a solid main crop. And there's a lot of Mount Etna figs, a lot of Chicago Hardy type figs, and they all have a fairly similar flavor profile. So people say, which is the best one? The answer is whichever one tastes the best to you and is more prolific in your area. That's the answer. So we're going to do this video, and then I have a Mavra Sika that I'm going to follow in a separate video so that you can get a sense of what these look like. So just to kind of show you, this is the leaf shape of Chicago Hardy. This is the leaf shape of Mavra Sika, another Mount Etna fig. You can kind of see they are fairly similar. So let's weigh this. But these are all typically 20 to 25-ish grams. So 23 grams. So that's pretty consistent. The other figs that I've done videos for already, Tacoma Violet, that's one. My St. Rita's haven't ripened yet. They're a little bit behind. So there's multiple ones that if you go back through my videos, you'll see. But for how common Chicago Hardy is, it's the first time I'm actually trying mine. This was rooted from a cutting 18 months ago, and then it was put in a 3-gallon pot at the end of last year. So let's take a look. I still forgot to bring my cutting board back down, so you're going to be dealing with the picnic table. So looks like a Mount Etna fig. Nothing shocking here. Let's go ahead and prepare the bane of my existence, the electrical bricks, which has crept into the nightmares where I lose sleep now as I hear public mocking of my lack of skills. So I'm going to go ahead and taste my first time of Chicago Hardy.
Nobody wants to hear gross sounding fig chewing into a microphone.
All right, so I'm going to move this out of the way for a minute, bring in the bane of my existence meter. I'm going to say that fig is 18.6. So not too far off. It's sweet. It is pretty much just like every other Mount Etna I've tried. It is full of berry. To me, it's primarily strawberry, maybe a hint of raspberry. It's jammy. The skin is a little leathery, has a little bit of chew to it. No seed crunch. I can still taste it about 30 seconds later. very pleasant fig. So, for the beginning grower, I think this is a great option. It's easy to grow in a pot. You don't have to put this in the ground, which allows you the chance of giving it a head start if you're in a short growing season or a cold climate. It's very good. I'm happy I ate it. Is it amazing? Is it way better than any of the other Etnas I've ever tried? No, they're all pretty similar. At least the ones I've tried. I'm sure, the best one I've had so far is this unknown Mount Etna that my friend Tobiah gave me that came from Eric Lofton, and we don't know what it is. And we just call it unknown Mount Etna, and it's delicious. And that's probably the best one, but right before this tasting, I had one of those, and it was good. It wasn't any dramatically better than this particular fig. So, it's not crazy, but it's a thumbs up because it's a Mount Etna fig that produced at the end of September easily. I mean, there's 5 other figs that are growing on this small little tree. And, am I going to plant this thing in the ground and take up a precious spot? No. It'll be a container pot. I'll pot this to a 7-gallon here in a month or so, maybe 2 months, and get it ready for next year. But do I think it'd be a good fig to have? Absolutely. Do you need 15 different Etnas? No. You grow what you want, taste the one you like, and then you can trade the other ones away or sell them or move on. But get out there, taste more figs. Stay tuned for more videos coming up. Bye.